So what if I told you the secret to achieving your biggest goals wasn't some giant leap, but a series of tiny, almost invisible steps? Today, we're diving into a philosophy that completely flips the script on what it means to succeed. It's not about those huge grand gestures, nope. It's all about the power of the little things done over and over again. Let's get into it.
You know, we all have them, right? Big goals. We want to be healthier, we want to be wealthier, build better relationships. But why do those goals so often feel like some distant mountain we just can't climb? We find ourselves waiting for a miracle, for some sudden breakthrough. But what if our whole approach to success is just fundamentally wrong?
Okay, so the very first hurdle we have to get past is what the source material calls the quantum leap myth. This is that idea we all have in our heads that success is supposed to be this single, dramatic event, like an overnight transformation. But as we're about to see, that's a really dangerous illusion that keeps a lot of people completely stuck. I mean, think about it. From the time we're kids, we're kind of taught to look for that one big moment. You know, the promotion, the lucky break, the overnight success story. We tell ourselves, someday when my ship comes in, then I'll be happy. But this whole mindset of just waiting around for some external event to come and save us, that's the core of the quantum leap myth. And honestly, it's just a recipe for doing nothing.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Successful people aren't sitting around waiting for their ship to come in. They're out there building it, plank by plank. They're not buying lottery tickets because they get that success isn't a game of chance. It's a process of deliberate, consistent action. So if the big quantum leap is a myth, then what's the reality?
Well, the answer lies in a force that Albert Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world, and that's compound interest. To really get how powerful this is, let's look at a simple choice. All right, let me ask you, would you rather have $1 million cash right now or a single penny that doubles in value every single day for 30 days? That $1 million, that's the quantum leap, right? It's instant, it's flashy. The penny? Well, it seems kind of laughable, but let's just follow the math for a second.
So halfway through, on day 15, taking the penny looks like a huge mistake, a colossal one. You'd have your cool $1 million versus just over $160. Now this is the critical point. This is where most people would give up because the progress is totally invisible. It feels like you're losing, big time. But the real power is still hidden.
And this is where the magic of compounding really starts to kick in. That tiny, insignificant-looking penny is about to show you its true, explosive power.
By day 30, that one little penny is compounded to over $5.3 million. It quietly zipped past the $1 million prize around day 28 and then just exploded in the last few days. And look, this isn't just a fun math trick. It's the perfect picture of the principle we're talking about.
And this is the heart of the slight edge. It's not about doing these heroic, difficult things. It's the amazing power of small, simple disciplines that are compounded consistently over time. It's all about letting time and consistency do the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, here's the crucial insight. This force, this compounding effect, it's always working, whether you know it or not. Every single day, with every little choice you make, you are putting yourself on one of two paths, the upward curve to success or the downward curve to failure.
And this is what's so sneaky about the slight edge. You know, reading 10 pages of a good book, that's easy to do, but it's also really easy not to do. Choosing an apple over a candy bar is easy, but so is choosing the candy bar. No single decision ever feels like a big deal. Skipping one workout won't ruin your life, right? But these simple little errors in judgment, compounded day after day, are exactly what paves the road to failure.
And it all boils down to your philosophy, your mindset. People on that success curve, they take responsibility, they're pulled forward by a vision of their future, and they're patient. On the flip side, people on the failure curve, they blame circumstances, they're pulled backward by the past, and they're always looking for that quick fix, that quantum leap that, well, never comes.
For weeks, months, maybe even years, these two paths look almost the same. I mean, the person who reads 10 pages a day doesn't seem any smarter after a week. The one saving a few bucks a day doesn't look any richer after a month. But over time, the power of compounding creates this tiny gap, which then becomes a chasm. The paths diverge, and the results become absolutely undeniable.
So, if this principle is so incredibly powerful, how do we actually put it into practice? Well, the answer is by mastering the mundane. It's about learning to embrace the simple, and yeah, sometimes boring daily actions that lead to those extraordinary results.
Just think about these areas. Reading 10 pages a day, that compounds into dozens of books a year. Saving a few dollars a day literally compounds into significant wealth over your lifetime. A short walk every day, that compounds into lasting health. These are not heroic acts, they are the pennies of our daily lives. Just choosing one and sticking with it puts that incredible power of compounding on your side.
So, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you make a small, smart choice. Second, you show up consistently, every day, no matter what. Third, you gotta have patience and faith in the process, even when you can't see the results yet. And then, over time, you will reap rewards that seem completely impossible from where you're standing today.
And Jeff Olson, the author of The Slight Edge, he actually lived this. He tells this story about making sales calls for 6 weeks straight with 0 results. Nothing. He couldn't see any payoff, but he mastered that mundane daily action, just trusting that the effort would eventually compound. And you know what? It did, massively.
All right, so we've looked at the myth, we understand the principle, and we know how to apply it. So now, it really all comes down to a single, powerful choice. It comes down to your next step.
So I want you to take an honest look, right now, based on your small, daily choices, the things you do with your health, your finances, your learning. Which direction are you actually heading? Are your simple actions putting you on the path to success or the path to failure?
The single most powerful thing to take away from all this is to stop waiting. Just stop. You don't need more time, you don't need more money, you don't need more luck to start. You just need to pick up your penny. The power isn't out there somewhere in the future, it's right here, in the simple, small choice you can make right now.
And that is the slight edge. It's the profound understanding that the greatest successes in life don't begin with some giant leap, but with the quiet consistency of one small positive choice. So the only question left is, what penny will you choose to pick up today? Thanks for tuning in.